Namaste, my friends, and welcome to Monday Morning Meditation. This morning we're going to investigate breath waves. This is a little bit more of a practical practice today. If you find yourself experiencing pain or discomfort, this is an option to deal or manage that pain in a new and interesting way. So grab yourself a place to sit, a little quiet corner for just about a half an hour, maybe a little bit less. For me, comfy as blanket. Find whatever is comfy for you. Perhaps some water, and again, a quiet place, and come join me for Monday morning meditation. This particular meditation is called Breath Waves. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday morning meditation. It's a beautiful sunny morning. I think that's like 3 Mondays in a row where we've had wonderful sunny weather. Maybe a little bit on the chilly side, but still sunny. So let's get going right away. One last time, welcome to Monday morning meditation. My name is Kathleen Osmond. Duh. Today we're going to expand a little bit more on breath. So this week is actually entitled Breath Waves. Last week we spent some time talking about spaces and the spaces in between. So today I'm just putting my volume up a tiny bit more here. Today we're going to do something called breath waves. Now, as I looked into this particular segment of meditation, we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. So let's get settled. I, as you can see, have my trusty meditation blanket here with me. Good morning to whoever has joined us. Our topic today is breath waves. Expanding a little bit more of last week's, I've just had a brain fart, my apologies. Last week's the spaces in between. Today we're going to work on something called breath waves. So we've got our comfy space. We've got our quiet, out of the way area. Finding a comfy spot on your mat, on your chair. In my case, my bolster. We're nice and quiet as we can be in our spaces. And let's close down the eyes. Feel the shoulders fall away from the ears. Close down the eyes. Taking a couple of deep breaths here with our eyes closed. Just turning focus to the inhales and exhales. Breathing gently in and out. We are dressed for success. We have our comfy clothes on, or as comfy as we can get, and we're seated in a quiet corner. Closing our eyes and continuing to breathe. I'm just going to share a little bit with you about today's practice. We're actually going to investigate a practical use for meditation today. As most of us are aware, meditation has been a key tool over the centuries to help us deal with or cope with the reality of our physical bodies. These fascinating machines that age, get sick, break down, and yes, I'm gonna say it, at some point we die or we transition into whatever's next for us. Research has shown that meditation and mindfulness are very effective practices for managing pain and improve coping and functional outcomes. Studies show us 2 key ways that meditation practices help us ease pain. Number 1, it can alter the brain's pain networks. And number 2, it reduces anxiety and stress and depression that often accompany and increase our pain. So that related stress and anxiety that just takes us that one step further and makes us more about our pain. Several studies, in fact, have shown that open awareness styles of meditation can be more effective than others, specifically for pain management. Mindfulness as an application to pain management was first introduced in the West in the late 70s. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn opened a stress reduction clinic at the University of Massachusetts. The clinic remains one of the best researched fields of meditation. Now let's be clear, meditation does not actually fix our pain or the unsettling realities of our lives, nor can it alter the fact that our minds will wander. We've talked about that in many of our meditation times together. And I'm going to say it's not a cure for the unpleasant emotions that surface from time to time. And it surely can't whisk us away from the reality of pain and suffering. What it can do is help us adjust that relationship with pain and reduce the impact we feel. And therefore, these things have less of an impact on us, right? Perhaps you've heard the saying, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Consider the truth in that statement, just for a moment. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional, right? We've meditated now together for 14 weeks. There are so many options open to our minds to redirect our attention from those invasive thoughts. To be honest, pain is an unavoidable part of our existence. As humans, the best we can do is accept it, take steps to mitigate it, and move on. The things we want to take a closer look at here is the secondary suffering that we face when we experience pain or any kind of distraction. If we don't have pain, then we don't need to focus directly on that. If we have something that's distracting us, then that's what we're going to use this meditation for. We're going to take a closer look at the secondary suffering we face and inflict upon ourselves through our various responses to pain: anger, despair, anxiety. These are things we can work on and change. Thank you, Magda. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. Mindfulness and meditation can help us to distinguish between primary and secondary pain. Primary pain being that actual pain that we're feeling, maybe in our joints, maybe in our chest, maybe in our back, lots of places that we can feel pain. That's what we're going to refer to as primary. Secondary pain is our mind's reaction to that primary pain. It triggers negative feelings that drive negative thoughts, which in turn just make it 10 times worse than it really needs to be. What we're going to try and do is move our mind away from those harmful thoughts. Oh, I'm glad, Deborah, that it's good for you. Wonderful, wonderful. At least I have one person that's able to continue. We're going to try and view these harmful thoughts as mental events. Staying in the present with what is actually happening, rather than getting lost in all the negative and mental chatter that comes along with pain. Mindfulness and development training actually contradicts our understandable and natural approaches to pain, which range from, my favorite, ignoring that it even exists, avoiding it altogether in hopes that it will leave. Mindfulness can also be helpful not only in alerting us to pain, but actually to pay attention to it with curiosity and non-judgment. Very different approach than what we're, let's say, used to thinking about it. Acceptance, of course, is the key here. When we experience pain, it's easy to get locked into a battle with it and to insist it should not be happening. We don't have time for this. Are you kidding? Logically, we want all suffering to stop. Truth be told, fighting with it really only creates more suffering, yes? Much of our suffering comes when we refuse to accept life as it is. An example of an external distraction: a dog barking when we're trying to meditate, children in the background, telephones, all those things outside. And an internal example of suffering is that unpleasant sensation, that physical pain, a bad memory or distressing thought. Regardless of the nature of the situation, life does not always dole it out the way we want it to go, right? We chase after the things that we don't want. We're always thinking about it, and not necessarily in the right way. Here's where mindfulness comes in. It's transforming the negativity into something much more manageable. And it's helping us cultivate our capacity for acceptance. Sometimes we worry that acceptance might mean we have to put up with unacceptable situations. Fear not, my friends. Research shows in an 8-week study published in 2013, researchers found participants assigned to a meditation course were 5 times more likely to help others. They did not just accept an unfair situation or injustices when they saw them. They in fact did something about it. Research further suggests that meditation might promote pro-social behavior by enhancing activity in the insula. This is an area in the brain that links to our ability to empathize with others. Meditators also demonstrate greater brain tissue density in this insula, in the center back here in the brain, which might explain why they're more easily able to understand a different perspective. So let's give it a shot. Let's find that comfortable position on the mat. I'm going to readjust a little bit, recross the legs maybe. Let's close the eyes. And we're moving our awareness again back to the breath. Here we'll enjoy 3 slow, deep breaths, following that air in through the nostrils or mouth, down into circulate into the belly, and then follow the exhale out. Filling the abdomen on the inhale, and feeling your entire body soften on the exhale. And now let's allow the breath to settle into its natural rhythm. Here we're going to begin to ride the waves of each inhalation and each exhalation. Thinking of the breath like a wave. We're focusing on that tidal quality. More specifically, how it ebbs and flows in its own individual rhythm. Now, if you have pain anywhere in your body, let's turn our awareness to that area, wherever it is in our bodies that we feel pain. If you are lucky enough to have no pain, let's just select an area of the body, maybe the belly, maybe the heart, and we're going to breathe our awareness into that area, directing our breath towards our chosen area, be it in pain or be it not. If you don't feel pain at this moment, 2 thumbs up. Let's instead look for an area of the body where a stronger sensation exists. Perhaps the ankles or the knees or the low back. Those are often interesting spots when we sit for periods of time. Whether we found a spot with pain or we're just going to focus on a certain area of the body. Let's inhale the breath towards and into that area that we've chosen. And as we exhale, follow the breath as it departs, thinking about those waves again, coming into the area on the inhale, slowly leaving the area on the exhale. We're simply drawing attention there. We're not trying to change the sensation of pain or whatever sensation we're concentrating on. We're just inhaling into that spot, exhaling out of that spot. Feeling that wave slowly roll in over the area of concentration and then slowly roll out. Maybe you have more than one area that you'd like to concentrate on today. Feel free to investigate this new breath flow anywhere in your body that you might feel sensation. Breath slowly rolling in on the inhale and out on the exhale of any chosen area. Keeping the spine nice and tall. If you're able, shoulders over hips. Keeping that spine nice and straight also allows us to flow the energy up and down the body as I go a little Kundalini on you. Following that flow of the breath, even if we're not concentrating on a specific space or a specific area or a specific sensation. Such a calming quality to imagining the breath as the waves, as the ebb and flow. Taking a few more breaths here. Continue to feel the waves of breath in and out of perhaps a specific area or just in and out of the body in general. As we continue to practice this technique, I'm hopeful that you may notice that some pains or sensations change over time. Maybe not. But I'm hopeful. It doesn't really matter either way. The purpose of this practice isn't to change the sensation or pain or sensations themselves. It's more about the approach to pain and sensation, to see it in a different way. Just a few more breaths now, in and out. That wonderful ebb and flow, wherever we're sending it, or even if we're just enjoying it. As we come to the end of our practice today, let's bring that focus back to just mindful breath. Bringing the awareness right back to the inhales and exhales, not in any specific area, just focusing on the in and out. Being aware of the in and outflow. And now slowly expanding our awareness to the area around us. The sounds, the scents, if there are or are not any, the feelings inside your body, perhaps the clothes against your body, the seat underneath your tush, blanket on your legs. Let's gently wiggle fingers and toes just a little bit. And we'll slowly drop the chin towards the chest. Great big breath in and out here. Opening the eyes, and when we're ready, coming back up. Whoops! Welcome back. Coming to the end of week 14 of our meditation journey. Here comes the broken record. Take a moment this week, take a few moments, sit in silence, find some you time. self-care, self-care, self-care. Use any of the practices that we've tried so far this year, something that resonates with you, something that makes you feel that sense of calm, that sense of peace. And even if you don't have time, my other favorite thing to suggest, take those everyday chores and explore them again with the 5 senses. It's amazing how good my dish soap smells. I never would have thought it before. I'm just wash, dry, wash, dry, wash, dry. Amazing how much it smells. And it's really nice too. And I don't even have that scentsy stuff. Exploring with the hands, exploring the movements all over again as though you're trying it for the first time. That in itself can be a meditation. So, walk and breathe. Please, please, please take a screen break from the computer. You all are so busy trying to keep families moving, keep situations flowing, looking after people, working. Take the screen break. Move the eyes. Find a few moments to sit in silence. Find new ways to experience old tasks that just are on your lot. Just spend some time each day in a mindfully focused way. Let's bring our palms back together or together. A little bit of a rub, settling them at heart center, a little bit of pressure into the sternum, dropping the chin close to the chest. Big breath in and exhale. Namaste, my friends. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source, and I salute that source in you. Let's work together for unity and peace. My favorite quote, Mahatma Gandhi. Have a wonderful week, my friends. Breath break. Don't forget the breath break. I hope to see you guys all again next week for another Monday morning meditation. Namaste from Kathleen Osmond, my friends. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me for Monday morning meditation, specifically our breath waves meditation. If you are experiencing pain, I hope this is an opportunity to deal with the secondary issues surrounding that pain in a different way. And even if it's not pain, if it's just a situation or it's just something that's causing you grief, finding a new way to breathe, focus, center, and settle. 100% gonna make your day better. So thank you for joining me. Come on back again next week. We're gonna try a different kind of meditation. Take a moment to like the video, hit the bell, be subscribed. I'm trying to release a new meditation video each week. Please check out our Facebook group, Strength and Mobility with Creative Soul Yoga, Fall Back into Yoga Basics. Awesome Facebook community where a lot of teachers have come together to offer free content to people during the COVID situation that we're all still trying to get through as best we can. So come check us out, answer a few questions, and be immediately included in the group. We have all kinds of yoga offerings available for you, health and wellness initiatives, all free. So come check it out. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next week for another Monday morning meditation. My name is Kathleen Osmond. Namaste.